Hello and welcome to Forge's coverage of Hallam Sports Park. Today I'm already going to hand you over, because the match has already started, so I'm going to hand you over to Will Pettit and Sarah Shearer.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hallam Sports Park. We are Forge and we will be covering today's Women's Rugby Ones game. I am here with my co-commentator,
Sarah Shearer.
And we will be telling you everything that's going on today as it happens. Currently, we are waiting for the game to kick off. Hallam are lining up to kick to Uni of. There's a fierce support down here. We've got Hallam and Uni of both lined up ready to support their respective universities. To run you through the Hallam's team sheet, we've got Lauren Walker at number 1, captain Hannah Courtney at hooker, Eleanor Slack at 3, Ellie Cousins, Naomi Blander are locks, Bronwyn Hall, Amy Battle and Jessica Statley Boyle are our back row, and we have kicked off.
Unlucky knock on there by number 4 for University of Sheffield. Hallam turnover.
Hallam kicking short there from the kickoff, and it has gone in their favour. Lining up for our first scrum of the game, all of 20 seconds
30
in.
seconds in, yeah.
Yeah. It really would be a shame to see a game dominated by scrums today on such a beautiful day.
Yeah, we like to see a lot of forwards as well as backs balls today. You know,
Some nice running rugby.
Hoping for a fast-paced game.
Yeah. This kind of weather, you really do want to see the ball moving across the pitch.
Got Hallam straight out the scrum to a backs ball, and that's a good line by their number 13.
Robin McLaren carrying in there. Hallam lining up for a short carry. Oh, that is a very good carry in there.
Crashed in there by the Hallam number 6.
Hallam lock lining up here. Uni of fighting back ferociously. Another short carry, and Hallam are trying to move it wide. Number 12, Tamsin Island Shalito there.
That's crashed in straight by the Hallam number 8 there.
Uni of are defending ferociously here. They're not letting anything through.
Hallam don't seem to be making up much ground, but they're crashing in constantly. They're really taking it straight out the back of the scrum and just going for it. Speaking
to the Hallam coach before the game, he was saying he wanted to see movement straight away. He wanted to see ferocious play straight off the bat.
It's really good line speed there by Uni of.
Hallam are moving it well, but Uni of are countering impressively.
A very good line there.
Hallam looking for that breakthrough. They're trying to find that hole already. That's a good carry. Lots of metres after contact there. Hallam number 9, Lucy Kilheeney, looking to release the ball to her forwards. They're looking to crash it in. That is an excellent, excellent take there.
That's a knock on there from Hallam number 10.
That's a shame.
And now it'll be a scrum to Uni. Oh no, it's not. It's a Hallam penalty.
Interesting, an infringement there. That's gone in Hallam's favour. Uni of were soaking up that pressure so well. It's a shame to give away a penalty.
Uni of are doing really well defensively to keep Hallam off here, because they are taking it straight out of the back of the ruck and really crashing it in.
Absolutely are. Hallam have got some very big forwards in that pack, but Uni of are soaking that pressure up remarkably well.
Good tackle there from Ellie Williams, number 2, for Uni of Sheffield.
That was an excellent handoff
gone really, really strong in the line-out. And been thrown in a lot of different kind of plays and things like that. And to be honest with you never know what they're going to do in the line-out because we've got that many different plays that are very, very unpredictable.
That is absolutely vital, especially for two teams that know each other quite well in terms of playing against each other. To have this and to have that ability to change things up and keep them guessing, that will be a really important factor.
Yeah, definitely.
Uni of hooker, Ellie Williams
and
taking her
that line
time.
out is won by, there's knocked on by Hallam and then taken by Uni of.
That's an excellent recovery by Uni of. And that's an excellent kick there by the Uni of fly half.
Uni of kicking for ground.
Hallam trying desperately to recover, but will they manage? That's taken in by the Hallam left winger.
That is out into touch. Really, really good play there from Lucy Davies and Victoria Wensley.
That is absolutely
13
excellent.
and 14 respectively to get Hallam out into touch there.
This has been a really high quality game of rugby so far.
It really has, considering we're only, what, about 10 minutes in, we are playing both teams.
Some vicious forward play here.
Exactly.
But some of the moves by the backs have been absolutely first class.
That's what you want really, it's what you expect from Varsity, is both teams to come out absolutely fighting.
As much as both universities want to see their teams win, it's nice to have a very good game of rugby to watch for everyone involved. That's been pulled back.
The line out is being taken again.
Uni of setting themselves up here. They really want to try and get that ball out to the backs.
Unlucky there. Oh wait.
And Uni of have recovered.
Recovered by Maria Romero Beltran.
That's been pulled up. A Uni of scrum here. Only the second scrum of the game so far.
Yeah.
How are Uni of, would you say that they're strong in the scrum, Uni of?
I'd say we're very strong in the scrum. I'd say it's a big part of our game. We've got some really, really solid forwards. Some of them have, been playing for a long while, and then some of them only started last year and have come into first team this year, really come into their own.
I feel that all the best packs in history, they've had a beautiful mix of some old school experience.
Oh,
with
definitely.
That fresh skill, that vibrance and that thing that you can't recreate once you've been playing for a while.
That's really nice out the scrum there.
That's
from
a big
Uni
hit
of.
from the Hallam 14. She hits 2 tackles in a row. That is some impressive defensive work there. Uni of moving that ball wide again.
And that is a line out to Hallam, I believe. Yeah. I think both these teams here are very they've got some very, very strong forwards, and that's the thing with the scrum, is that it makes for some really, really good forward play. And
really
that experience does help, especially coming out at the back of the scrum. Got number 8, Evie Holder, is quite an experienced player, and she can really take control and, make decisions from the back, which can help and often confuse the opposition.
Absolutely. If there's one position you want that experience, it's number 8 in.
Definitely.
Hallam moving this ball.
That is a big tackle there from number 12, Emily Bentley.
That is some impressive work. Excellent take there by Hallam number 6, who's really trying to push her way through, but Uni of are not letting up.
Some solid going forward here from Hallam, but at the same time, Uni of are really, really keeping them back, and that's an excellent tackle out to touch by number 14, Victoria Wensley.
Number 24, Hannah Hassim, she's really had the run of it so far, but Uni of number 14, she is not letting up there.
She isn't at all, and do you know what? It's good to see backs getting as involved in tackling, rucking over as the forwards, because, it's really good. It makes for a really, really good, solid game.
Absolutely. Especially at fullback and on the wing, it's nice to know that you've got defenders who can do that. They can just push someone into touch twice in 10 minutes.
100%.
And win that line-out, which is, as you said...
Unlucky line-out there and that's won by Hallam.
Hallam seeking to make the most of this ball now.
Hallam running some really, really good lines today.
Hallam number 10, Evie Smythe, is really she's running this game here. She's letting her backs know what she wants from them, and she's trying to get it executed as best she can. Very, very vocal work here from Hallam number 10. The speed off the line.
Really good line speed there from number 3, Kat Hamer, to push Hallam back there.
That is remarkable. They've been doing that all game, Uni of.
Really have.
Fitness levels at the highest level. This is absolutely impressive work.
Oh, and it's been overturned.
That is incredible work. Uniov looking to make the most of this as they venture towards the Hallam half.
Is that a scrum? Oh no, penalty to Uniov.
That's good. They're going to try and make some yards here and try and keep pushing Hallam further back.
I think they're going to kick for ground. They're going to kick out into touch here. Nicely done by number 12, Emily Bentley.
Absolutely. Just for a second there, I thought they were going to go for post, and I was going to say, that's a brave decision 10 minutes in inside your own half.
I mean, it's Varsity, it's all to play for, you know,
Absolutely.
You never know what's going to happen.
Flair is the name of the game today. There is some very strong support down here today. There are a lot of purple shirts that are matching those black and gold. Another Uniov line out. On a windy day like this, it's impressive to see such straight arrows.
And that is taken by number 1, Charlotte Johnson there. And a superb line there from Temi Akingbade, number 6.
Oh, straight through contract there. This ball
is...
is...
some beautiful backs play there.
Oh,
and it's
that was
number
incredible.
13, Lucy Davies.
Can Uniov capitalise on this? Number 14.
Absolutely beautiful play there by the number 13 and 14.
Uniov number 14 has been so good defensively so far, but that was some impressive attacking play. It's crashing that ball over again and again, trying to make the forwards.
Making some vital yards there.
If Uniov can push this wide, they could capitalise. That's very well taken by Uniov.
They're going to try and get out to the backs, you know, we've got so much space there.
In the pre-match build-up, the Hallam coach was
and it's another penalty there to Uniov, taken very quickly by number 9, Gemma Upton.
Oh, and that's
unlucky
unfortunate,
there.
but will it be recovered?
It has gone backwards though.
Some questionable play
really
there
nice
from one
recovery.
of the Hallam players, tackling before the ball was in the Uniov hands, but we'll ignore that for now. Carrying straight over there, straight over the top of the ruck.
Good
no messing
strong
about.
carry there from number 8.
Uniov setting themselves up for a big forwards hit. And
Unlucky
that's
there, knocked
a shame.
on. Knocked on, unlucky. Some good pressure there from the Hallam girls.
Absolutely, but it's good to see Uniov getting that ball moving so
it's
and
a penalty.
Oh. Uniov number 9, Jenna Upton, is looking like a real bright spark today.
Number 14,
and
Tori Wensley.
Oh,
it's out into touch.
Just for a second there, I thought Victoria Wensley had got her first try. So strong defensively so far, absolutely bullying the Hallam left winger, and we thought she got her first try there. Pushed into contact.
And that is that going to be a penalty again?
No, both sides are taking no prisoners today. It is absolutely ferocious in Morocco and in contact. It's been an impressive game so far.
Yeah, it really has. Both teams looking very solid in defence and in attack as well. Both using their forwards and their backs. It's not been dominated by either or this game whatsoever.
And Uniov captain Ellie Williams has really had a busy day so far at hooker. This must be her 5th or 6th line out so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is. And that's a really good line out there from Uniov. Got to maul it in.
They've got some big forwards and they'd like to capitalise on that in this maul, but Hallam are not letting up here.
Definitely. That's number 6.
That was some impressive cross-field running there. Trying to find that space.
Looking for this space out to the left with the backs.
And Uniov moving that ball wide. That's a shame. Uniov looked like they'd broken through there for the first try of the game, but just ever so slightly off on the handling there.
It is a scrum down.
Another scrum, our 4th or 5th of the game so far. Neither side's laying up in these scrums. Uniov setting themselves up for what looks like quite a wide play here. Reset of the scrum by the referee, something not quite right for her.
I think Hallam will be looking to gain some vital yards here because Uniov are really putting pressure on them.
They really are. They're deep in their half.
They've looked a few times like they were going to score a try, but Hallam have kept them off really well.
Be interesting to see what Hallam's ploy is
And
here to
that
try
is
and get
one.
that.
Hallam have won their own scrum now and they've kicked for ground.
That's rather what you would have expected, but they've done that rather well.
And that's nicely gathered by number 15, Anna Blythe there.
That chase by the Hallam back was impressive, straight onto the attacking Uniov player. On a day as warm as this, it's got to be quite nice for backs to have a couple of scrums and lineouts in there just to get their breath back,
Yeah,
try and
definitely.
recover a little bit.
Do you know what? It's not particularly very ideal conditions for rugby. It's ideal for the supporters, however.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine the players would like it to be just a little bit softer on the ground, a little bit colder out there.
Yeah, definitely. But not quite like last year, which was a bit of a mud bowl.
Oh, I remember I was commentating on last year. That was a. I felt sorry for everyone involved in that coming off the pitch.
That's really nicely won there from Sheffield from.
Oh, that's excellent by the Uniov number 10. The Uniov halfbacks are some absolute bright sparks. They've been so impressive today moving that ball wide.
Definitely. Very, very attacking side.
Uniov setting up for a big forwards hit there.
Nicely taken in by number 3, Kahin, but equally nicely tackled by the number 6.
Uniov carrying straight there. Moving the ball out,
It's gone backwards. Oh, and it's very well taken there by
Hallam as soon as Uniov had their ball on the... Oh, dangerously close to a high tackle there.
Nice tackle there from number 6, Uniov, Temi Akimbadi.
Excellent, excellent play. Oh, that was a very big hit again from Uniov. Both packs have really let the other know that they're there today.
Oh, and that is an excellent run there, but an equally excellent tackle.
Incredible defensive work there. Hallam doing very well to break through there, but Uniov defending well again.
That's a Hallam number 14 there, Hannah Hassim.
She's been taken into touch a couple of times by Uniov number 11, Victoria Wednesday, but she's really made her mark there with that run. Must be noted, we've got a Hallam player down. It's hard to tell the number, but she's being seen to at the moment, and we'll let you know as soon as we know anything. You never want to see any injuries in rugby, but to see someone go down on Varsity Day really is a shame.
Yeah, most definitely. In terms of the past 20 minutes, I think we've seen like a very exciting game, and it makes you look forward to the next kind of 3 quarters of the match. It's been very, very fast-paced. You know, it's been, I'd say, Uniov have definitely had more chances to score tries, but Hallam are really, really keeping them off and did very well there defensively to keep them from scoring a try. Absolutely.
In the first 10 minutes, it looked like Hallam might just have control of the first half, but Uniov fought back so hard. And it just took them a few minutes, and they found themselves in the Hallam half, and they stayed there. They've come down. It's looking like Hallam may well be making a substitution here. She's been down for a while, and you don't want to see that today.
Yeah, we can only wish her the best. Hope she's okay.
So who would you say for you so far has been a standout in this game? Who's really stood out for you on either side?
For me, number 14 for Uniov, Tori Wensley's done really, really well in attack and also in defence. She's made 2 solid tackles out to get the Hallam girls into touch and force the Uniov line out, which line-outs in a game can be very, very, very vital, especially if the opposition has been attacking, and then you tackle them out into touch. You know, it's your line out. It gives you a chance to kind of take a breather, reset, and then get the ball back.
Absolutely.
And, you know, gain some ground.
Oh, God. And I was saying in a similar vein, Ellie Williams has had a very good game at hooker so far. Captain of Uniov. She's led by example in the line-out and in the scrum. And that's looking like her day is over, unfortunately. Being carried off the pitch to raucous applause there, supported by her teammates the whole way. It's a shame to see anyone's game end, but especially to end so early in such a high-quality game of rugby.
Yeah, definitely.
Breaks like this, although unfortunate, they do give both teams a chance to regroup, have a chat with the coaches, who can often see things of a much more unbiased viewpoint.
Yeah, 100%.
And just see where the weaknesses lie so far.
It gives the girls a real chance to, think about what's just happened over the past 20 minutes and, areas that they can improve. I personally think both teams have played very, very well.
Yeah.
And that as long as they keep on going the way they're going, it should make the rest of the game absolutely excellent, as we've seen in the past 20 minutes.
There's been no real weak points for either team. The only slight area perhaps would be handling in the backs occasionally has let both sides down, but that is, on a day like this when it's as windy as this and when the emotions are as high as this, it is often difficult in that regard to keep yourself together.
And that is a Uniov line out there, and it's been won by Hallam.
Very well taken there, and Hallam carrying straight in and Uniov just waiting to soak up that pressure.
Nice line there by the Hallam number 12, Tamsin Island Shalito.
Hallam number 10 there, Lucy Coheny, just trying to move the ball wide again. And Hannah has seen
some good play
very
there.
good ball over the top there.
And another good takedown there.
Uniov trying again to push the Hallam backs just into touch on this left side. And again, as we touched on earlier, it's just so nice when you're in the forward pack to know that around you you've got defensively sound backs and you can forget about that worry just momentarily.
Definitely, especially coming out things like a line out and a scrum where all your forwards are in that pack. You want them backs to be very, very solid defensively.
And a day like this with teams that know each other as well as they do, if there are any weaknesses, they'll seek it out. But so far, no one has let themselves down defensively.
Solid line out there by Uniov.
Pulled back, unfortunately, but that was
back.
nonetheless an excellent line out. Both teams just taking a minute here to get back into the swing of things after what looks like a Hallam substitution. Hallam number 2, Hannah Courtney, who I believe is their captain, it seems, has been taken off. And Beth McDaniel, their replacement hooker, has come on in her place. The first line out of the game.
Nicely
taken by Uniov.
Turned over there from Uniov.
Not the best start from McDaniel, but she'll surely try and
a solid run there. Oh, wow.
Oh, that
solid
is incredible.
Run by number 6, Temi.
That looked dangerously close to a high tackle.
Brilliant.
She has had an incredible game so far, number 6. That's not her first big carry of the game, and it absolutely will not be her last.
Oh, 100%. She's a very, very solid player and has been all season. As all players are very, very key, but in terms of like running the ball in and really pushing the defence, she makes some absolutely excellent lines.
And as much as it's good to have fast players and to have clever players, there's nothing better than just seeing a very strong, aggressive player just break through a line.
Definitely.
It's the most exciting bit of rugby for me.
I really like to see forwards breaking through the line as well, because obviously it's not, you expect the backs to be running into that space, so it's really nice to see forwards.
Absolutely. That momentary look of confusion on their faces as they realise they've just got open space in front of them. Another line out here lined up by...
The line out to Uniov.
Ellie Williams is really, really earning her place today with all these line-outs. Looks like number 6, Temi Akimbade for Uniov is lining up potentially for another big hit, but no.
It's been taken for a Hallam penalty there, some kind of infringement by Uniov in the line-out, I believe.
That's a shame. Uniov are really making some ground there. That's a big hit from Hallam.
Big handoff there from Hallam.
That's a very good run there. You've really got to hope the men's teams are watching this to see the aggression they're going to need to bring later.
Yeah, definitely.
To stack up to this level of play. This ball is moving
That's
incredibly.
Good play. And another excellent tackle there out into touch by number 14, Tori Wensley.
Hallam number 15 there, Ellie Richards is really, she's been getting on the end of some very good backs play, but Uniov are not letting her through at any time. Would you say that number 6, Temi Akinbade, is she the main carrier for Uniov when it comes to this open play?
I'd say that, to be honest, it could be anyone. I'd say at the minute she has made a solid good few carries. I'd say I think it's been about 3 or 4 so far, and she's definitely been a key player right now. But you know, we have got a lot of solid carries, whether it be forwards, whether it be backs.
Hallam lining up again for another big carry in. Very well run there by, I believe that was Beth McDaniel, the substitute. That's her second big carry of the game, making an impact already on this game. Hallam number 10, Evie Smythe, is again darting through there.
The Hallam number 13 there, run really, really well crossfield,
and that's a try.
It's a try. It's a try for Hallam.
That's a try for Hallam.
Good play there by the Hallam number 13.
Robin
really well run
McLaren.
in.
For me, she was my player of the first 10 minutes. She really had a couple of excellent big carries in the first 10 minutes and went quiet for a while. But she's come straight back into it there with that very darting run across the pitch there to dart the ball down. And that really is a shame.
Space.
Yeah,
it's a shame for Union because they've been playing some excellent rugby so far. But you know, it only takes that one breakthrough, and that one player, as number 13 for Hallam's done just there to find that open space and just run into it and, you know, score the try.
It's an excellent try by Robin McLaren there, the outside centre.
I've got number 9, Lucy Kilheeney, taking the conversion here.
But no, as you said, that really is a shame for Uniov. Kick being lined up here by the Hallam scrum half. Quickly taken. No conversion.
No conversion.
There.
It's 5-0 to Hallam.
5-0 to Hallam here, just over halfway through the first half. And it still is everything to play for, nonetheless, but it's just a shame to see Uniov let that in.
Oh yeah, 100%. But you know, I don't think they'll get knocked back by this whatsoever.
No.
They've been playing some really solid rugby, as of Hallam, and it's just taken one that it was going to be one or the other eventually. It was going to make that breakthrough.
Both teams have performed admirably, and Uniov have soaked up every bit of Hallam's back's pressure, but just that one momentary lapse and they've managed to score. But you can't doubt that Uniov will come back ferociously here.
Oh, definitely come back kicking and carry on with that absolutely excellent line speed that they've got going.
Uniov number 10, Megan Whittaker, lining up for the kick. Big deep kick there. Uniov is chasing straight down.
Well caught there by Hallam number 9.
Big tackle there. Very well done.
Excellent tackle there by number 5, Marianela Jimenez Assis.
Straight back in the line as well. That is an excellent tackle there. Uniov.
Oh, and it's been turned over by number 3, Kat Hamer for Uniov.
That is excellent. They'll be looking to capitalise. They're in the Hallam half and they like being here. They've been here for a lot of the game. Pushing it out wide. Uniov number 14 with a good handoff, but taken straight by the Hallam team.
That's another solid carry there by number 6.
Uniov strong in the ruck here. They're not. Oh, that is very well taken.
And that is a penalty to Uniov. I think it might have been a high tackle on number 6.
Uniov lining up here to kick it, try and make some more yards. Big chase there by Hallam.
Excellent kick out into touch there by number 12, Emily Bentley, and that'll be another Uniov line out.
And they are very, very, very close for Hallam try line here. This is just where they want to be today.
Exactly. Uniov have really come back after that try and have come out kicking, and I think are ready to, you know, score a try and get the game back in their favour.
Uniov forwards having a chat about how they're going to take this. Amy Williams is going to want to continue her excellent play so far. And the Union of number 5 and number 6, Mariela Jimenez, Assis and Temi Akimbade, both lining up here, potentially for a very big carry off of the Union of fly half.
Ooh, unlucky there.
Oh, that's a shame. We've seen a lot of that today with the lineouts.
And it's been turned over again by Hallam.
For both teams today, the lineouts haven't quite gone right.
And that'll be gathered by number 15, Anna Blythe there,
a bit of
fullback.
Miscommunication, but they've recovered well, Union of.
Nice chase there by the Hallam number 13.
Really trying to make the most of it. Really trying to make the most of it, both teams here. I think one of the key features of this game so far has been the willingness and the desire to move the ball quickly as soon as it gets called back.
100%. That ball's really been put out the back of the ruck very, very quickly, which makes for a very exciting, fast-paced game.
Absolutely. There's been a few penalties as well for both teams, but both times, whenever it happens, they just move that ball as quickly as they can. And it looks like Union are going to kick for possession again. Oh.
And that has been dropped there by the Hallam number 14, and that's really good.
Excellent recovery
pressure there by Union.
Union trying to turn this ball over and trying to make the most of it so they can try and get a try. Hallam are not letting up on this. They're really, really reluctant to let Union get anything before half-time.
I'm really trying to get Union away from the try line here. They don't want to give up that lead that they've got.
Can she recover hit? That's
well recovered there.
Big hit
and
there by
big hit there by number 13.
Big hit there by Robin McLaren again. Oh, that is a thundering hit by Hallam number 6, Browen Hall.
And that's some impressive counter rucking there by Hallam, you've got to admit.
That's a highlights reel tackle right there. Hallam setting up for a big tackle off their fly half, who runs it diagonally.
Absolutely solid tackle there from number 6.
Huge, huge hit there. Hallam perhaps a little bit too tight in there. There was no of them to go with the ball.
And number 8 there, Evie Holder driving Hallam away.
Back into their own half again.
Oh, solid tackle there by number 5, Marianela Jimenez Assis.
That was incredible. Oh, kick straight into the face of a Hallam player. The last couple of minutes have just been a little bit scrappy. It'd be nice to see both sides just take a moment.
Solid tackle there. She recovers.
That's been pulled back. Hopefully both sides now can just take a moment to get their play together and remind themselves what it is that they want to do out there to make their stamp on this game.
And that will be, I believe, is that a Union penalty?
It's certainly looking that way.
And they are going to try and kick again, hopefully out into touch.
That really is the best option for them here. There's no rush. But
oh no, they're not. They're going for it.
Well,
they're going to try and run it in.
That is an excellent offload there by Akimbade. She can carry and she can offload. Number 14 there.
And that's some very quick good rucking over there from number 5, Union.
Loose head prop there for Union, just carrying in hard. And now the tight head has her turn at it.
Really nice, solid carry there from number 3, Kat Hamer.
Big ruck over there as well by the number 7. They're trying to get that ball out wide again because Union do feel comfortable moving that ball.
That's some good backs playing really well recovered there by number 2, Ellie Williams.
There's been a lot of meters after contact as well by Union. Every time they get taken down, they'll take it as far as they can.
100%, they've just got that drive.
Yeah. And that
has been knocked on. It's a scrum down to Hallam.
It's a shame for Union. They're so close to having... They are so close to getting a try. And it just, as soon as they get into the Hallam half, they look to be dominating. And then just one small mistake like that, and it just resets that momentum, which really is unfortunate.
Anything can happen, you know, when they're putting pressure on as Hallam are, is very difficult. And I think they're doing extremely well. And I can feel that it's going to be quite a high-scoring game.
Both teams giving nothing away in this scrum. It's really been as equal as it could have been today. And as soon as I say that, of course, Union put on a massive, massive push. That's moving out to the Union backs who recover well there. That's taken down. That's looking like a penalty to Hallam there. But that was excellent by Uniov in the scrum. They really pushed from back there and took control of that ball. And that just shows that drive and that will to win that they are going to need today to win.
Definitely. That's the thing with these two teams, is that we're both very, very solid in the scrum. So you never know what's going to happen, no matter whose scrum it is. And it's another Hallam scrum here, actually.
Will Uniov push from back as they did last time? Victoria Wensley, the University of Sheffield number 14, has been absolutely impressive today. She's done so well when she's had the ball in hand. And defensively, she's been incredible.
Yeah, I completely agree. She's made some absolutely brilliant tackles, and she's really, really solid in terms of attacking. She's very composed in the way she goes forward, and she's been running some really, really nice lines so far. Same could be said for all of the back line at the minute.
Absolutely.
They're really looking for that space. And Hallam have won their own scrum there, and that is a good run there by Hallam. However, even better takedown by the number 10 and number 12, respectively.
Hallam number 10 there, running it straight in, but Uniov having absolutely none of it. And so often in rugby, that 10-12 channel is the vulnerable
there
one.
From Hallam, and taken quickly by the Hallam number 7.
Big carry there from Amy Battle.
And a good takedown there by Uniov number 7, Bridget
Absolutely.
Jones-Krapke.
Uniov number 8, Evie Holder, not letting them through there, holding on for dear life. Hallam number 12, Tamsin Island Shalito there, just carrying it straight, trying to break through. Hallam making a few more yards than they have earlier on in the game today. Hopefully that doesn't show that Uniov are letting up in any way.
Uniov's line speed here has been absolutely excellent. They really don't want to let Hallam through, you know. That's some good play from Hallam backs there.
It really is. But Uniov again, that defensive play, it's been so vital to their game today, and it's stopped Hallam breaking through so many times.
It's caused them to make a few turnovers on Hallam as well, and that's how they've gained so much ground. And, you know, it's really unfortunate that they haven't scored a try so far.
Both teams have been strong defensively.
A big run there from the Hallam number 10.
And it could just be another try before half-time. Nope, taken down there by Uniov.
Into touch.
The touchline really has been the Uniov's friend today. But it's a shame to see Hallam breaking through there again with one big run and they get through. It's the second time they've made advances down that right channel.
Really nice takeout into touch there by number 15, Anna Blythe, the Uniov fullback.
Absolutely.
Really good there, because that number 10 looked like she was going all the way. Evie Smith, she has made some really, really good runs today.
She has. She really has. She's been, both 10s and both 9s have been absolute live wires today, really moving that ball out wide whenever possible. And that is what you want to see, because as much as it is about the result, it's good to see good running rugby today.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see some attacking rugby. You know, we can't say this game's boring because it's been so back and forth.
Oh, absolutely. Both halves have seen a lot of action in them on both sides of the pitch.
It's a good line out there by Uniov.
Uniov looking to kick it deep. That's a very good kick there.
That's a very good kick.
And Uniov straight on the ball.
And that's been turned over there.
That's another turnover by Uniov. They're going to want that today, especially when they're deep in their own half. They need that ball to try and just make some yards. Oh.
I think Uniov here will be looking to hopefully try and score a try before the half's up.
Absolutely.
It'll really take them, give them confidence going into the second half.
If they can go in drawing or even leading, that would make the game totally different.
And that's a really good kick out into touch there by the number 9 Uniov scrum half, Gemma Upton.
So far today, I would say Uniov have had control of the game. But Hallam have just had that slight clinical edge in the final third. And where Uniov have been camped out for a long, long time in the Hallam half, they just haven't always capitalised.
Yeah, definitely.
It's looking like another scrum here in this game. No, apologies.
It's a line out. Uniov line out.
Shows what I know.
I know, a Hallam line out shows I.
Only 4 in the line out here, less than usual. And that is fought for by both teams there, thrown short by the Hallam substitute there, McDaniel. Hallam have got the ball, and they're trying to move it out wide again. And that's very impressive play in these windy conditions by Hallam.
Good tackle there by number 12, Emily Bentley for Uniov. Hallam are really trying to drive here and trying to, you know, gain themselves some extra leeway before the half.
If they know they can go in with 2 tries potentially, that'll make it an entirely different half-time for both teams.
100%.
At the moment, it's very close, and it can change in seconds, but if they go in with 2 tries, it'll make it a much bigger task for Hallam and for Uniov in the second half.
Such a fast-paced game. Again, so quick out of the ruck. Both teams, both Hallam and Uniov.
Absolutely.
And that's a good carry there from the Hallam number 3.
It's not the first time we've seen someone getting straight back up after contact. And Hallam trying to move that ball out on the left side again.
Hallam number 13 again making a very good run there.
Robin McLaren, who scored that first try, doing very well there to try and break through in a similar fashion. But Uniov are having absolutely none of it. So close to the end of the first half. Neither team wants to concede a try, but Uniov really cannot afford to. And that's been pulled up. That's looking like it's going to be a Uniov penalty there. That's good, they'll need that. You'd imagine they'll kick it deep here to try and make the most of it.
I think they will, yeah, I think they will. Try and kick for ground, see if we can get any more time in before the half.
It's a brave team that runs it from 2 metres off their own try line. That's a deep kick, but I don't think that's going to find contact.
And that's unlucky there from Hallam number 24 not to get it. And very well played there by number 14, Tori Wensley for Uniov.
Victoria Wensley's been impressive so far today. She's let nothing up defensively. Hallam trying again. They're camped out inside the Uniov half for a while now, but they really, really want another try before half-time just to cement their lead in this game so far.
Uniov here really trying to push them back.
Absolutely. They're letting nothing through here, Uniov. They don't want to concede a try. That's a 2-on-1 there. Very well taken by Hallam.
Number 14
and
there. And that is a try to Hallam.
That's a Hallam try. That really is a shame for Uniov. They were looking like they'd be going in with just 5 points down, which really is nothing in a game of rugby, but 10 or potentially 12 points down at half-time is a very different kettle of fish.
It's true, it is going to be difficult. However, you can never say what's going to happen, especially in a game like this. If you look at Uniov, they looked like they were going to score, you know, 3 or 4 times, and Hallam have just been able to make that breakthrough. But I think, do you know what, I don't doubt Uniov. I think they'll come out in the second half kicking, and they'll really, you know, give Hallam a good go. Difficult conversion here for, is that the Hallam scrum half again, yeah?
Anyone who can convert from that far out is pretty impressive set-piece kicker. Irrelevant of whether this goes over or not, it really is a different game to how it was 2 minutes ago, but you know the Uniov team well, and I don't doubt for a minute that they will be coming back in the second half with an absolute fire up them.
Oh, 100%. They do not give up. Absolutely relentless.
That's fallen short and wide there, and I believe that may be half-time.
No, I do not doubt them whatsoever. As a team, they are very, very solid, and they will not give up. They will not give up at all. And they'll go into the dressing room at half-time and they'll know how well they've been playing, and they'll know that there's room for improvement.
Absolutely.
But the same with the Hallam team, you know. Both teams have had so many opportunities there, and both have been unlucky to not score more tries. And honestly, it's a game of 2 halves, and anything can happen.
Absolutely. And I think the key thing for Uniov will just be to not let it go. There's been a couple of times where they've just had a momentary lapse of attention, and they've just let them through for a few more meters than they should have done.
That's what happens, you know. And when you've got players as rapid as the Hallam, you know, number 13 and 14.
Absolutely.
You know, with that interplay between those two and within the backs, has been very, very solid.
Robin McLaren has been a particular bright spark for Hallam today, the number 13. She scored the first try and
assisted the second.
It is just, she's been clinical when she's had the ball.
And that's a Hallam knock on there. And will that be Uniov scrum, or is that the half?
That's looking like a scrum. No, that's the half, I think.
No, that is the half.
So we go in at half-time. 10-0 to Hallam.
Yeah. Very solid, exciting, entertaining first half of rugby here from both teams.
Yeah.
And you know, who can say what's going to happen at this stage? With Hallam 10-0 up, but Uniov really looking like they could make a breakthrough, looking like a very attacking side.
Uniov have come close to scoring maybe 3 or 4 times, but there was a moment down there and they were just half a metre away from scoring, and that would have made it a completely different game.
It can happen though, you know, and Hallam really showed real resilience there.
Especially when you've got they've got such quick, such strong players. Players like, for example, Temi Akinbade, number 14, Victoria Wensley. They're such strong, quick players, and they can run that ball remarkably well.
Exactly. I think it's been an absolutely solid first half from both teams, and you have got to give credit to Hallam for scoring those 2 tries. Their play within their backs has been absolutely excellent. They've made some class breakthroughs.
And welcome back. This has been half-time here at the Women's Uni 1 here at Hallam Sports Park for today's varsity event. What a match. How incredible was that? Both teams have played extremely well. And as we know, last year the score was a draw, which means that the varsity points were split. I'm joined here with Adhika Hunt and Thea Orman. So guys, what do you think, and how do you think this game is going to be won or lost today?
So I think at the beginning it was like a game that both teams could have won, but Hallam have really brought the pressure, and they've really been putting the pressure on Uniov, and I think Uniov have been showing it. They've been a bit weak in their tackles, and they need to start tackling a bit lower, because Hallam are really bringing it every phase. They're so strong, and they're ready for the fight. They're ready to win this varsity point.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that Uniov seem to be under quite a bit of pressure. And I think, you know, it's just sort of their line-outs are a bit sloppy, and there's a lot of loose balls, and that's not going to go well in terms of trying to, you know, their tackles and their passing's just a bit sloppy.
Great. And Agatha, you obviously play for the women's 2s.
Yes.
What do you think is going through their heads right now, both teams? How do you think it's going to be for them mentally?
There's a lot of pressure on today. Throughout the whole year, everyone, all throughout Bucks, it's all about varsity. It's when we get to varsity or think about varsity. So I think today they're really focusing on forgetting it's varsity and just treating it like another game of rugby, because otherwise you just get too much into your head, and rugby is definitely a mental game, and you've really got to be right in the mind to be able to play. So they're really going to be focusing on just keeping a clear head and focusing and making sure their aggression is going in the right way.
Exactly. And I think today we've obviously got lovely conditions for the spectators, as we've kind of said over the commentary. But do you think that's affected the game at all?
I think the girls will be very happy that it's not muddy. Everyone will know that we've had a horrible winter, and we've had a few matches rescheduled, and we've had really horrific matches where it's been cold, windy and sometimes snowy. So I think the girls will be happy that everyone's out and sunny, and they'll be happy that it's quite warm. They don't have to put their skins on. So.
And Thea, this is obviously your first time here at Hallam Sports Park. What do you make of the atmosphere in comparison to other varsity events?
It's pretty intense. I feel like because there's a lot of matches going on at one time. You hear cheers from like one side of the pitch and then boos at one side of the pitch, and you just have no idea who's actually winning and who's actually losing, or what's even going on, to be honest.
It's interesting actually, because what I can tell you is that the men's university ultimate 2s have actually won their match, which now brings the varsity score to 5-3. So as they said, there are a lot of games going on here at the moment. There's football, there is the ultimate, and of course there's the rugby and the men's rugby here later tonight, which will be live streamed as well. Do you think there are any standout players from today's first half?
I think everyone's really bringing it. You can't say for sure yet. I think the forwards are really bringing it. It's definitely, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of aggression, there's been a lot of tackling, a lot of roughing over the ball. So I'd definitely say that it's been a forwards match so far, but the backs have been really clever as well, on both sides as well. Really nice rugby being played.
Perfect, okay. And as we've just said, that the atmosphere is really going today. We've just got the music going. So, what do you guys think in comparison to the other varsity events? How do you think this is going?
I think this is going very well. I think the sun's out, and I think that obviously makes everyone a bit more excited for varsity. If it was chucking down with rain, I don't think we'd all be quite as cheerful as we are today.
Actually, I think last year the weather was meant to be completely awful.
Yeah, it was horrible last year, so it's nice that the sun's come out this year.
And do you think Uniov are prepared to come back fighting, considering last year's draw and the current score at the moment?
Definitely, we've got a really strong coaching team, really strong captain, so I'm sure they'll be having a really good half-time chat, and the girls will come back fighting, and they're ready to win this varsity point for Uni of.
And if you two were the coaches sitting there right now talking to both teams, what would you say to them?
For Hallam, I'd say they just need to work more on their attack, because their attacking's good and their defence is very strong, which is why Uni of's struggling to get through. But for Uni of, I think they just really need to focus on making sure every move is precise, because it's just, you know, it just takes one sloppy ball and then that's the turnover, and then, you know, they can run off with the ball.
Yeah, I think for coaches as well, it's important to keep the pressure on, but you've got to remember that everyone's here just to play a game of rugby, and at the end of the day, it's about having fun, and no one wants to come away miserable. And so even if you don't win, it's about the taking part, really. Everyone's worked really hard to be here today, and so just giving it you all, really. This is probably some of the girls' last ever game for a uni sports team, which for some people is like the best time of their lives, so they really just got to make the most of it.
Perfect as well. And going back again onto your experience with the game and your experience with training with these guys, how have you been prepping for today? How's it kind of been in terms of the exercises?
So as we all know, we've just come back from Easter break, so the girls have been on an alcohol ban, and they've had a really strong, intense varsity boot camp over the past week, and so we've been trying out loads of different positions, bringing some girls up from the team that I play for seconds team, to make sure that the girls are really fighting for the position that they want to play today. So it's been competitive, but they've been working really hard.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, I think we're going to have to go back to the commentators now. So this is for the second half.
Welcome back to Hallam Sports Park. We are here commentating on the women's rugby ones. The score currently stands at 10-0 to Hallam as the kickoff gets underway.
Hoping for a very exciting second half here, which based on the first half, it looks like it's going to be a really, really solid game.
Absolutely. An exciting display over at half-time as well by the Sabercats.
Yeah, very well done to those.
And then we've got a scrum already, straight off from the kickoff. Much like the first half, actually.
Yeah.
Big scrum here, big scrum here from both teams to really cement their position in this game. Uni of want to get back in this, and Hallam want to make sure that Uni of gain no ground.
Hallam scrum here. It's been won by Hallam, I believe.
It's looking that way.
And the ball's out.
Excellent line speed from Uni of.
There. And that has been dropped there, and really nice take there by number 6.
Akinbadi, she's been all over the pitch today.
She really has. Unfortunate knock on there. And that'll be a scrum down to Hallam.
Two scrums in 2 minutes. We really are getting our money's worth here. And in the scrum today, I would say Uni of have been a dramatically stronger team. They've pushed them back a couple of times. They've never let Hallam through.
I'd say so.
Uni of setting up here to try and get their first forward moving play of the game, to try and maybe score an early try. That would really...
That's out, and that's number 9, Gemma Upton, straight out of the scrum to number 10. Oh, and a really nice line there by number 10, Megan Whitaker.
2 dummies in 1 run. That is very good work. Uni of number 12 there with a big pass wide.
Unlucky, and nicely recovered there by number 15, Anna Blythe.
Absolutely. Uni of setting up for another run.
Oh, unfortunate there, and the Hallam number 13.
Oh, that is excellently chased.
That was a really nice takedown there.
Uni of doing remarkably well in that regard.
And that's a big drive and a turnover there from Uni of.
They've been big on the turnovers today, Uni of. It's been impressive work by them.
I'd have to say it was the line speed in defence, and, you know, they're really putting pressure on Hallam.
Absolutely.
And making them knock on, you know, causing them to not, you know, to kind of fail in the ruck.
Absolutely.
And not be as strong, as well as Uni of's strength in the ruck and defensively is very, very solid, and it's leading some very exciting rugby.
Absolutely, and Uni of moving that ball quickly
making some vital yards here.
That's an excellent
good offload there.
This is some very good
nicely taken
play.
By 14.
Making a mark on this half already, and Uni of setting up for another run. Just taking
That's
their time.
That's going to be run in by the forwards there.
Absolutely.
Number 3, Kat Hamer.
Uni of just taking their time here to get themselves set up. There's no rush. It was so early in this half, and they've already got control of here.
I really think they want to make their mark as soon as possible. You know,
Absolutely.
Being 10-0 down at the half is never good, but they really come out kicking.
That's
and what an incredible
running.
drive there from number 2, the captain Ellie Williams for Uni of.
She wants to win this for her team. Everyone wants to see a Uni of win here from that side.
Oh, some excellent play there by the Uni of backs.
Uniov looking for their first try of the game and of this half. Quick take there by Uniov, and that's excellently offloaded for a big hit. Uniov just maybe pushing this ball into the middle more. They're very close to the touchline here. They don't
very
want to be pushed
quick out of the ruck here, really trying to push Hallam, trying to get that vital try.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? I'd say if they could score a try, you know, this soon into the half, I think it's, you know, it's anyone's game really.
It could
really
set
is
a very
anyone's
real
game.
tone.
Solid drive there by the forwards.
They want this try so much, and they know they can have it if they do things properly.
100%.
And moving
it's out
the ball
to the backs
wide.
there, hopefully get that space.
All big tackle there from Hallam. Another example of the excellent line speed we've seen in this game. Uniov
Good rucking there by Uniov.
Absolutely, they're not losing this turnover. And this should be a try. That's a Uniov try. Oh, no,
it's not
apologies.
quite, not quite.
Apologies from the commentary.
Oh, and
that's
what is that?
That's been stopped by the referee. And Uniov setting up here. They've just got a moment to regroup.
And I think it's an injury to Uniov, one of the Uniov players.
That's a shame, especially this early in the half.
That's a real shame there.
This has been some impressive pressure from Uniov so far in this half.
It really has. Do you know what? They've come out kicking.
Absolutely.
Absolutely come out kicking.
And it's a shame to see an injury. It's a shame to see an injury at any time, but especially now when Uniov have had such momentum.
Definitely. They really looked like scoring a try there.
Absolutely.
And you know what? It could happen. You know, anything could happen. As we saw in the first half, it just takes that one breakthrough, you know. It just takes that one excellent line to break through the opposition's defence.
Exactly.
And get in there to, you know, score, try and get the points on the scoreboard.
We've got to hope they come straight back and they've got that fire in their belly again, because they've had such good momentum in these first 5 minutes.
Oh, definitely. They've really come out very strong. And that's the thing that, obviously, I know a lot of the girls, and I know that they will not give up whatsoever, and they are very relentless, and they'll come out and they will really give Hallam a game. They really will. And as what we've seen so far in this second half,
absolutely.
And it's what, about 5 minutes in, I've already seen that they are really trying to make their mark here.
It's been remarkable, to be honest. And I think that that's the key thing that Uniov have shown so far all game, is they've just not, as you said, they're relentless. They've not given up at any point, and they've kept running as hard as in the first carry as they do in the last.
Yeah, definitely. And it was number 10, Megan Whittaker, who was down, but I believe she's all right. She's going to carry on.
That's good. Your fly-off is such a vital position.
And it's been turned over by Hallam there, and a solid tackle there by the number 6 for Uniov, Temi Akingbade.
She has been all over the pitch today in every...
She really has. Uniov here trying to win that ball back. You know, they don't want to give up the ground that they've made. They really don't. And, you know, you can see in their line speed, as soon as that ball comes out of the ruck, they are up on the Hallam girls.
Absolutely. They want to win this game so much. And that's...
Good chase and solid tackle there by number 14, Tori Wensley.
Hannah Hassim, 24 for Hallam, is very, very quick.
Very quick indeed. Oh, that is a injury, I believe.
Is that Hannah Hassim who's gone down?
I think it is.
Commentators curse. As soon as we give her a compliment, they go down. That's a shame. Another injury for Hallam, potentially.
Shame. She's been playing a very solid game so far. She's made some really good lines and really challenged the Uniov defence.
Well, I think if it hadn't been for the excellent defensive work of Victoria Wensley on the other ring, we would have seen a
potentially another Hallam try.
We would have seen. I think earlier on in the game as well, in the first half, she had several chances where she could have broken through, and she was just taken straight into touch by Victoria Wensley. A chance for both teams to regroup here, and Uniov to remind themselves exactly how well they were playing.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've got to keep that momentum up, and I've got no doubt that they will. And I think Hallam are doing really well to keep them back at the minute as well, because Uniov are being absolutely relentless and playing some excellent attacking rugby, and it's straight out the back of the ruck, crashing it in and making space for the backs to, you know, hopefully run the ball in for eventually a try. Hallam very unlucky there. You know, they made a really good turnover, and their backs I think are playing it for them today. They really are. They've made some really good breakthroughs.
Absolutely. As impressive as both teams have been in every area, the Hallam backs have been an absolutely notable example of some excellent rugby.
Oh, 100%.
And that looks
That's good. She's back on.
Excellent.
She's back on the pitch.
Excellent. You don't want to see anyone go off earlier than they have to on a day like this.
I think it's just a knock. It's unfortunate to see that, you know, sometimes you need just a few minutes to recover and then get back on the pitch and carry on playing.
Exactly.
And she has been playing excellent as well. It'd be a shame to lose her.
Especially on a pitch like this where it is on the harder side, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A bit solid. It is very easy to go down and just need a couple of minutes just to work out, am I just bruised or is this a very real injury?
I think that is a Hallam scrum.
Yep, Hallam looking for the put in here.
And it's been won by Hallam.
Hallam coming quickly out the back there, moving the ball wide as fast as they can.
Good play from their backs, but then it's a knock on there.
Was indeed
and that'll be taken back for a Uni-Ov scrum, I believe.
In the Hallam half as well. This is very much where they like to be.
Could be vital. You know, as long as Uni-Ov can get the ball out to their backs and carry on playing like they're playing, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't score a try. Exactly.
They are an impressive team, Uni-Ov, and they've done remarkably well here today. They've shown some absolute, as you said, they've been relentless, and I think that's the key word to describe them with. They're not showing any signs of flagging.
You just don't go up, you know. I think Varsity is such a massive event as well, and get the girls on both sides will be absolutely just going for it. They really will, and not backing down. And that's what you like to see, because it makes for a really exciting game of rugby.
Oh God, yeah. When you've got this level of support, it's always going to spur you on when you've got these many people on the touchline supporting you.
Really nice fake there from number 10, Megan Whitaker, and a nice run from number 14, Tori Wensley.
Uni-Ov setting themselves up here to try and get their first try. Lining up here with a big carry.
Solid run in there from number 5, Marianela Jimenez-Assis.
Very, very close to touchline here, and Hallam trying to set themselves up as quickly as they can.
Uni-Ov going for it's number 2, Ellie Williams, driving it in.
Leading by example, the captain there. And Uni-Ov setting themselves up for another go at it. They are so close to the try line here. And what's key as well is if they can put the
ball between the posts.
Exactly.
It really would. It could be key. It could make the difference because, you know, that conversion, them 2 points could be vital.
Exactly.
Is a penalty here to Uni-Ov?
They're going again. They're trying to keep that ball in.
And that is a try.
That's a try to Uni-Ov. The score stands at 10-5.
Really well played there from Uni-Ov.
That is remarkable. That try's been there for the...
It's been coming. It really, really has.
Absolutely.
And I believe,
it looks like
was it number 14?
I think we may have an injury, unfortunately.
I think it is an injury, yeah. I think that might have been number 14, Tori Wensley. I think that might be the try scorer as well.
I feel if anyone in this game has deserved a try so far, it has been that number 14. She has been mercurial all game.
100%. And some really nice play there from both number 7, Bridget Jones-Crabtree, and also number 5, Marianela Jimenez-Assis to get the assist on the try.
Absolutely. Bridget Jones-Crabtree?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what her nickname is in the team.
Spanks.
Is it?
It is. And here she steps up for the conversion.
Is that number 7?
That is number 7. That is Bridget Jones-Crabtree.
Fair enough. Big kick from the flanker there.
And that is unlucky. That's a difficult kick to make there. And it is just short.
And I think, as we were saying, a conversion here from either team could make the difference.
It could potentially, you know. But I think if you look at where both teams have scored their tries, they haven't left themselves easy conversions, really.
Yeah. And both teams, neither team is letting up here.
Definitely. And it looks like number 14, Tori Wensley, is okay. She's back on.
And I believe we've had a Uni-Ov substitution. Number 16, Megan Hughes, on for Charlotte Johnston. No, Charlotte Johnston's still on the pitch. Hallam setting themselves up here for a big kick. As much as we've discussed the Uni-Ov spirit, you can't doubt that Hallam have got a similar level, and they're not going to want to throw this game away.
They weren't letting up. Uni-Ov have really had to go and drive for that.
Absolutely. And Charlotte Johnson here, big hit. Ooh! She sat the winger down there.
And Hallam have come back out, kicking with those big hits there.
They have. And the captain here, Ellie Williams, forgive me.
Oh, and that strong carry there by number 6 again. And I think Uni-Ov will be looking to challenge Hallam again, but Hallam really aren't letting up here. They're really going for it, you know.
Absolutely. Gemma Upton, the University of Sheffield number 9, She has been so quick on that ball.
She has. Do you know what? It takes so much energy and so much game knowledge and
absolutely
agility to be able to play scrum half, and she's really shown it today. She's really, like, in the back of the ruck, she's been so quick getting that ball out, and that can be key because, you know, for example, if the opposition hasn't lined up and they're offside, they can force penalties. You can really force them to kind of make mistakes. And that's what Uniov have been doing today. Both scrum halves for both teams have been very, very quick out of the ruck.
That is incredible carrying there, straight through the middle of the traffic. It's taken 4 players to hold Uniov up there. And again on that scrum half, as fast as she is moving the ball, she's got that game knowledge to know when to just take a moment, hold
and
back.
And that is a good kick there.
That's excellent. Could this bounce in Uniov's favour? Very well taken
and
by
on
Hallam,
it from Tori Wensley there, number 14.
She has been so good all game.
And it's been taken there by Uniov.
It's looking
some good counter-rucking by Hallam though.
Absolutely, neither team is letting
I think Uniov have retained it there.
That's the Uniov ball, and again, that number 9 Gemma Upton, she's setting up slowly.
That'll be taken out.
And there we go. Captain here, carrying hard.
She's been making some really good, solid forward carries.
And I think in games like this,
a knock-on from both sides, I believe, and it is a
Uniov ball.
Is that a Uniov scrum?
It's certainly looking that way.
I think so.
And I think in games like this, where they are so equal in terms of skill, it does often come down to that mental side of it, where if you've got a player like Ellie Williams who has got that grit and that determination to win, that can make the difference. Just that extra bit of power in any carry, that can be the difference between a try and not scoring a try.
Yeah, 100%, it really can, yeah. I think the team mentality as a whole for both sides will be absolutely key, because it's not, at the end of the day, it doesn't just come down to the physical, also it comes down to the mental, and you've got to believe that you've got that drive and that ability to be able to come out and score tries and win a game. And, you know, neither team are being knocked back whatsoever by the others.
No. We've seen tries from both sides, but we've not seen either side flag in the aftermath of the tries. They've got their game plan, they know what they need to execute to win, and they're doing their utmost to make sure they do execute that.
Yeah, definitely.
There have been moments when you've seen the game lose its natural flow, but it only takes a few moments for both teams to realise that and set themselves up in the way they want to play. As we say that,
that's really quick out the scrum there from number 9 Gemma Upton. And a solid carry again from Tori Wensley there.
She is absolutely incredible today.
She's on fire today.
And Uniov bringing themselves up.
That's an unfortunate turnover there to Hallam.
Uniov setting up defensively quickly.
And that is through there from Hallam.
Uniov setting up for that tackle. Can that be Gemma Upton there with a defensive tackle? And it's a shame, they've made so many yards. But this is excellent work by Hallam here. They are doing some incredible stuff here in this.
They've made so many yards there from that turnover. You know, as I said earlier on in the game, it can just take that one breakthrough to really make a difference in the game.
Absolutely.
And Hallam have been making some impressive breakthroughs. They've been really, really quick in attack.
And
there's another one there.
Big
and that's good to hold it back from Ellie Barkley, and that is unlucky there.
Ellie Richards
and that is another try there.
Going right
to Hallam.
Going almost directly under the posts. And that's perhaps where Hallam have been the better team in this game. They've just had that ability to break through and capitalise on those small mistakes from Uniov.
I think that's the thing, as much as, you know, Uniov can be solid in defence and they can really have that good line speed.
Absolutely.
The unfortunate thing is that, or well, fortunate for Hallam, is that they've got the speed and the agility and the ability to go forward with their backs.
Absolutely.
And really, you know, speed can be key.
Exactly.
And because they've been making so many forward carries as well, and getting that ball out, getting the space, and then running it through like number 14 just has then.
Exactly. Breaks like that can make the difference.
And this looks to be potentially an easy conversion. I mean, no conversion's easy, but should place it right between the posts there for the Hallam scrum half.
To quote George Orwell, no conversions are easy, but some conversions are easier than others. Lining up here.
And that is converted there by the number 9 for Hallam, Lucy Kilheeney.
First conversion of the game there.
And that'll be 17-5 to Hallam.
Quick maths. And you have to wonder how Uniov are going to respond to it. They've not let up before when they've let in a try, but just when you thought things were going in their favour and they were looking like they might go straight after that second try.
We've had a substitution as well, and number 21, Hayley Everett, is on.
Uniov lining themselves up here for a big kick. They need to send this deep into the Hallam half to just try and get those yards where Hallam do seem a bit more vulnerable deep in their own half.
Yeah, Uniov have got that speed to be able, if this can be a big kick, they've really got that speed to be able to get up on them and really put Hallam under pressure just after that try.
Number 21 is on for, I believe, Uniov 13?
Number 13, yeah.
Lucy Davis. We've got a Hallam substitute as well by the looks of things. And it is at this point in the game where you do see some players, because they've been working so hard all game, in the forwards and the backs, you see some players just, they need that break.
Oh, and the ref has got in the way of that kick there. And that'll be a retake.
You would imagine so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They might try and send it a little bit deeper into the Hallam half.
I think the ref will also try and stay out of the way.
Yeah. That'll do it for a big kick.
That is a good kick there.
On the Hallam 22, but that's a big
good
return.
run there from the Hallam 10, and that's a good offload as well.
Uniov have sent them there, and Hallam have answered very well. Big carry.
She's been taken down there.
Hallam looking for this big carry, and they've done that big carry
Good takedown there
immediately.
between the number 7 and number 1 for Uniov.
And that's a turnover by
turnover.
Uniov. Excellent work, and they're back in the Hallam half with the ball on their side.
And some good rucking over there from Uniov to keep Hallam at bay.
Big work there.
Big solid carry there from the number 8 for Uniov, Evie Holder. And she's got back up again.
We've seen a lot of that today.
Yeah, we really have. That's what I'm saying about all the players on this pitch. You know, being at Varsity are relentless.
And that's been taken
some
by
scrappy
Hallam.
play there.
Yeah. Big chase there.
Big chase from Temi Akubade there.
I can think of people I'd rather be tackled by.
And a good tackle there by number 15, Anna Blythe.
Absolutely. Uniov want to get that ball back. They don't want to lose possession again. And Hallam back in the University of Sheffield half now. Good chase there by the Hallam fly half, looking for a way through, but Uniov not letting that through. They've got that defensive power, they're not letting up.
Quick out the back of the run there. And that's a turn. Oh, it's not. It is a penalty to Hallam.
I'm not entirely sure that was the right call by the referee there.
And it'll be taken there by number 7, Amy Battle.
Uniov clearly presented their hands as being out of the ruck.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it was a bit of a dubious call.
That's a big carry by Hallam.
That is a big carry there.
It's not the first, and it probably won't be the last.
And that's unlucky there to drop that from Hallam, but it has gone backwards.
Somehow not.
And it's a solid tackle and chase there from number 12, Emily Bentley.
Uniov setting up for a big forwards carry there by number 21, Zoe Politis. Hallam doing a bit more
Hallam
lateral
got
running
space
there.
here on the left.
And it's paid off for Hallam. That's an excellent step
But that's
inside,
good to hold it back there. But it has gone forward. And that's a knock-on from Hallam.
And Uniov can just take a moment here just to get their defensive play back together and remind themselves what it is they're so good at. And potentially another Hallam injury
I
here.
think it may have gone for a penalty.
That's a shame. We thought Uniov may have had a chance there to recover, but
and
Hallam
I think that is, we've got 2 injuries there, both Hallam players.
That really is a shame. You don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that at all, especially not on Varsity as well, you know. Both teams have been playing so well, and it's a real shame.
So what would you say is, where do Uniov need to improve for the rest of this game to make the difference and get those 2 tries back to potentially win it?
I'd say carry on as they're doing, but the issue I think at the minute is just the fact that Hallam are so strong with their carries, with their backs. I don't think it's a defence, it's particularly an attacking issue, because Uniov have really got that attacking prowess and can go forward. And as we've seen with the try, and they've been very close a few times, but they've really got to look. Both teams got to look for the ball being turned over and giving away penalties as well, which, you know, can really reset their progress.
Absolutely. When you've got that forward-going momentum, especially in a game like this with so much support, when you've got that momentum and you've got the crowd on your side, that can push you over the line potentially.
Yeah, definitely. I think that in terms of that, and then I think that it has been a case of Hallam have made some excellent runs to make them tries, and you know, I've been very unfortunate because, you know, when that space is left, the opposition are just going to exploit it. And with the quick plays that Hallam have got, you know, in their number 14 and their number 13, Robin McLaren and Ellie Richards, they're playing some really, really good rugby.
Absolutely. Hallam setting themselves up here for what looks like you would imagine to be a big forward carry. Hallam look, judging by the body language of some players, they feel they may have this game wrapped up, and that may be to their detriment potentially.
It could be, you know, it is at the end of the day they are only 2 tries and a conversion up. And as you see in any game of rugby, you can score 2 tries in, you know, a matter of minutes. And that is number 6, Temi Akingbade, going off from Uniov.
She has had an incredible game.
She has had an incredible game, and it's a shame to see her come off. But we've got number 20, Matilda Slowly, on.
This is good. This is good to see this getting back underway.
And Matilda Slowly right in there.
Straight off the bat, getting involved as soon as she can. And a fresh pair of legs could make a big difference in this game. Akingbade has been an incredible player, but my God, she's run a lot today. You can't help but feel she must be very tired.
Definitely.
Hallam trying to move this ball out wide. Good take there by Hallam. Trying to move that ball out to their right winger, but Uniov are straight on them here. It looks like we may... No injury, that's good to see. And both teams setting up here for what is going to be a vital scrum.
We've also had another Uniov substitution that we missed, which is number 18, Freya Digby, has come on for number 3, Kat Hamer.
A fresh pair of legs in that scrum, especially in the front row, that could make this a very big scrum for Uniov. And they've got to play positively here. They can't sit back and just let Hallam come onto them. They've got to attack them straight off this scrum.
Definitely. I think based on the way that they've been playing, they will not let up whatsoever.
No. Unless a team might let their head
fall.
That
is a big scrum there from Hallam,
Absolutely.
But Uniov have kept it. And it's a really good kick there by number 21, Hayley Everett.
That's looking like
hopefully
it's going to
make some ground.
That's back into the Hallam half.
And
that is an
solid tackle and chase there.
And Uniov have got the ball yet again.
Uniov have got the ball.
This is
absolutely relentless equally in the way that they're defending, and they're just not letting Uniov make any yards.
Absolutely. I'd say both teams have been equal today. It's just been those breaks by Hallam that have made the difference.
Yeah, definitely.
And irrelevant of the score, I think both teams can go in knowing they've worked incredibly hard and they've not
100%.
They've not let themselves down.
Nicely held there from number 2, Ellie Williams.
Absolutely.
And that's some good quick rooking over there from Uniov.
Absolutely. Excellent ball bear by the Sheffield number 10.
Uniov have been really, really quick today with their rooking over and getting the ball out the back of the ruck.
Big carry there by number 8. Uniov trying to, again, make use of these forwards.
Another big kick there from number 21, Hayley Everett, and another big chase from Tori Wensley there.
She has been everywhere.
She really has.
Is she going to dive?
And I think she might... Good to hold her up there, you know.
Got her
and then
the
number 9,
ankles.
Gemma Upton, straight in there with the tackle.
And yet again, Uniov find themselves deep in Hallam half, and this is where they feel comfortable, which is where they want to be. As long as they don't lose another turnover so close to the try line, we could see them back in there.
And that's Uniov have got the ball.
Absolutely
excellent play there. Do you know what? Kicking for ground there has really, really paid off. And that's a brilliant breakthrough there from number 14.
Quick delivery. Gemma Upton straight off the back to number 5. Taken down. They've secured the ruck very, very quickly here. That ball's played out to number 10, who moves it wide, and they're moving the ball wider to try and make use of that space
number
on the
11,
left.
Ellie Barkley there.
This is just a foot race.
Really nice run.
Very close here to a try, Uniov. You'd
Good
think they might be
tackle,
able to
good defence
capitalise.
there from Hallam.
Absolutely. And again, Gemma Upton just taking her time with that setup because she knows that she can do that. The
Uniov
referee's
are
being
looking
lenient.
really, really close
They
here.
are. And a big carry here.
That's
could
a
see
really
try.
nice catch there
And number
from
14,
Marielle
Victoria,
Jimenez-Assis.
very, very close
And
to
she's
try
carrying
line.
it in.
She does not want to get beaten here.
Nicely recovered
And
there
I
from the Union
believe
number 5.
that's been turned over.
I
That is
think
a
it
shame.
has. That is a shame.
But they're still very much in the Hallam half, and if they can recover well here.
Ellie Barkley there, number 11 for Union, got it back.
Venturing onto the right side of the pitch, taking round Hallam.
Union
That's an
got to
excellent
get there
takedown by
and ruck
Hallam.
over there.
And get that ball moving again and do what they've done before.
Hallam are really doing a good job here to keep Union at bay.
They really are. Union have shown again and again how comfortable they are in the Hallam half, but they're not. Hallam are not letting up in that regard. We commented earlier on about how strong the Union
Nice
defence
there
has
from
been.
number 2.
Absolutely.
Hallam are really, really showing the defensive skills here
They really
in the
are.
second
They're not
half.
letting them through. It'd be
They
very
really
easy
want to keep that lead.
They do. It'd be so easy to let nerves or cockiness get to you at this point in the game when you're in the lead, but then showing no signs of either.
Good strong carry there by number 18, Freya Digby, to make some yards.
Absolutely. Gemma Upton again taking her time with the setup. She knows she's in no rush.
And
There's
that's
still plenty of time left in this game. Yet another big carry by Union there, and that's been pulled up by the referee. And that's a Hallam ball.
Yeah.
That's a shame again. Union are getting so close so often, and it's
It really is. It's, you know, it's these penalties that it happens, and it can be a setback. But I honestly think, as you've seen, you know, Union have conceded a few penalties, and the ball's been turned over to Hallam. However, they've really come back fighting, and I think they'll do the same again.
absolutely Union. There's still some time left to play in this game, and the way that rugby works, it only takes one try, and things can be very, very different. Hallam with the big carry there.
Now seeing Hallam's attack and play there.
And again, it's
That's
those big
some
breaks.
really, really good step in there by the Hallam number 6.
A lot of players gathered around that ball at the moment, and they're trying to move it wide, Hallam, to make use of the space that is there. Can they make use of his overlap?
Unlucky
That's
there.
a shame around the tackle, but Hallam are looking like they might have broken through. But no, number 9,
Tackle there from number 9,
that's a
Gemma
shame.
Upton.
And number 13 there, Robin McLaren has scored another try. That's unfortunate. That's 22-5
really unfortunate.
to Sheffield Hallam.
Hallam did a good job there to, you know,
They did.
turn the ball over and just absolutely go for it.
Yet again, it's
And
one of those big
catch
breaks by
Union
Hallam
off
that's
guard.
they've been the deciding factor in this game. Both teams have done admirably today, but unfortunately it's just been Hallam on the breaks and in the ruck where they've just performed ever so slightly better than Union.
Yeah, do you know what? I think if you look overall, Union have had so much more possession.
Absolutely.
And they've been so solid and strong in attack, but equally Hallam have been that strong in defence that when they've turned over the ball, they've been absolutely rapid, and they've just been able to make those breakthroughs
Absolutely.
and score tries.
And you have to say well done to Hallam for all of their breaks today. They've done admirably all game.
And number 13, Robin McLaren, has put it right under the post there.
Yeah. As we were saying earlier, that again could make the difference.
It should be another solid conversion there from number 9, Lucy Kilheeney.
You have to say there have been some standout players on both teams today. Number 9 for both teams, Gemma Upton and Lucy Kilheeney, have both performed admirably.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. As I said, it's been absolutely key getting that ball really quickly out from the back of the ruck.
Absolutely.
And that is over. That is converted. That's another 7 points to Hallam. And I believe it is 24-5.
And you have to assume at this point, but it is too far back for Union, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah, you know, you got to say so.
However, you would imagine that judging by the kind of team we've seen play today, they're not going to relent and
They're
give
not
in.
going to give up. They're not going to give up whatsoever.
It's
you know,
Varsity, and there's
even
still so
whether
much
it's
pride.
winning, whether it's drawing, whether it's reducing the deficit, they will carry on playing, and they will not be knocked whatsoever.
No.
I honestly don't think they will.
Irrelevant of the points, they've got their own pride to think of, and they've shown that they are a prideful team today.
Hopefully this won't hit the ref.
That's a good kick,
Good
thrown
kick,
short
but
and very well taken
really
by Hallam.
good, well taken there by the Hallam number 6.
Who keeps carrying their number 6
Oh.
pro and all. That crowd reaction says it all there,
That is
really.
a high tackle there.
That's
from
a shame.
Uniov.
You don't want to see that kind of thing in
And
this
that'll be
game.
a Hallam penalty.
And you have to hope that Uniov can keep it very much together here and keep
Big
their
hits
play where
there
it needs to be.
from Uniov.
Absolutely.
They're just going to try and keep Hallam at bay here and hopefully turn the ball over.
And I think line speed has been... And again,
Really
number
good
3 for
takedown
Hallam.
there from Uniov.
Eleanor Slack, for me,
But I
has been one of the
believe-
players of this game.
Gemma Upton, number 9 for Uniov, has got an injury.
That's a shame. She's been one of, I would say, up with Victoria, with number 14, Victoria Wensley, and probably number 6, Temi Akinbade. Gemma Upton's been one of the players of this game.
She's
for
definitely
Uniov.
been up there, yeah.
She's been everywhere.
Just unfortunate that it happens, you know, in the tackle, you get fallen on, trodden on, and sustain injury, but I think she is going to carry on.
Yeah. Defensively, she's been so impressive. She's been on every single ball all the time that Hallam have broken through. She's been trying to recover. But number 3 for Hallam, Eleanor Slack, I do believe needs to be given some accolades for today, because she has carried so well. She's been responsible for so many of the Hallam breakthroughs.
Definitely. And number 6, Brown Hall as well, has been absolutely excellent. Do you know what? For a forward, she is very, very steppy, and you don't often see that. But, you know, she's a flanker, and she's just got a lot of speed, and she's been making some vital breakthroughs.
She absolutely has. And Gemma Upton's being looked over by the physio there. It would be nice to see her stay out of the game, because she's been such an integral part of the Uniov.
Yeah, she really has. It would be sad to see her go, you know, at this stage in the game.
But no, those Hallam forwards, several of them, when they've broken through, have performed so well. Number 3, Eleanor Slack, you wouldn't know that she was a prop when you watch her run. She's got the running style of the back row. She keeps that ball high. She looks for the dummy. She looks for the offload, and she runs it very, very hard.
She really has. You know, both teams have played a solid game today, and Hallam, you've got to give credit to them.
Yeah.
You know, they've ran hard. They really have, and they've challenged the Uniov defence, and Uniov have really kept them at bay. I think Uniov are unfortunate not to have scored more tries, because they've made some excellent attacking plays, and they've been going forward constantly and play very positive rugby in the way that they've played. They've not gone back. They've not, you know, taken a step back and not played. They've gone for it, as of Hallam. And, you know, Hallam have been forced to make some of those breakthroughs. And when you've got forwards like the number 13 and 14, Robin McLaren, and number 14, Ellie Richards, you know, you will make those breakthroughs.
Absolutely.
And it's shown.
Oh, God, yeah. And I think that Hallam have won this game in spite of Uniov's play, not because of Uniov's play. Uniov have not handed this game to Hallam anyway. It's just been those decisive breakthroughs where Hallam have made the difference.
Not at all. But Joe, I think Uniov will still carry on here, and they'll carry on playing, and they'll try and pick up some more points, hopefully.
As we've said,
but here we go. We've got number 7 for
Amy
Hallam.
Battle there has been one of the players of
That's
this game.
a really, really good run there from the Hallam number 7.
Amy Battle, Bronwyn Hall, and Eleanor Slack have been impressive players.
It's been taken out there, taken straight out of the ruck, and some very quick play, and that is a try from the Hallam number 3.
And that makes it 29-5.
Eleanor Slack,
one of my
again,
players
with some
of the
impressive
game
play.
And I feel that this scoreline doesn't reflect the way the first 60 minutes of this game. In the first 60 minutes, Uniov were equal with Hallam in every regard. It was just those breakthroughs that have made the difference.
Yeah. No, it is, you know, and they have made some impressive breakthroughs, they really have. And you know what, Uniov have not given up at all, and they've really, really gone for it, and it's been so unfortunate not to see them score more tries. And you know, Hallam have just really played and made those breakthroughs today.
No one should be ashamed of how they played today. Everyone has done admirably. The Hallam number 9.
Number 9,
here.
Lucy Kilheeney, line up for another conversion.
That's her
And
third.
she's missed it.
Almost her third conversion of the game, but not quite.
Yeah, and that is 29-5 to Hallam there.
And again, that scoreline just doesn't reflect the way this game has gone.
Not at all, you know. It seems it really has been a very even game.
This game has come down to ultimately maybe 5 runs by Hallam players that have resulted in tries.
Yeah,
it's not
100%.
been, in so many games of rugby, you see forwards dominating or you see backs just so much cleverer than others, but this hasn't been the case. Both sides have been equal. It's just been the case that Hallam have just been more decisive when it comes to actually breaking through.
Yeah, that was a solid run there from the Hallam number 7, Amy Battle.
Absolutely.
You know, to then pass it on to the number 8, Jessica Staley-Boyle, and then finally to Eleanor Slack to score the try.
And that looks like an instant knock-on by Hallam there. That will get called back by the referee. And Uniov, as we've said before, they've still got Pride to play for. They've still got Varsity to play for.
Yeah, and that is a penalty to Uniov, and hopefully here they can really get up on the Hallam defence. And we've got some fresh legs in there. Number 22, Katie Stretfield, on for, I believe, number 11, Ellie Barkley. And they've kicked it straight out into touch, Uniov, to get the ground, and that'll be a Uniov line-out.
Exactly. And Uniov, they've shown so much today what they can do when they've got the ball and when they're camped deep in Hallam half. Hallam have looked vulnerable at times. It's just been the case that they haven't always made the most of it, which is a shame. You would hope in these closing few minutes of the game, Uniov could they could show some more of what it is they're very much capable of.
Yeah, you know, it's never too late. Uniov could still go and score some tries here. This is a really key place here for the line out, and hopefully if the forwards can ship it out, you know, and either crash it in with a big forward ball or pass it out to the backs where they've got acres of space on this left wing.
There is. Hallam have left themselves somewhat vulnerable on this left side. And Uniov, it appears Uniov have perhaps set themselves up for a very big carry in here from the forwards to make a statement, which they have got the players to do that with. That line out is up.
Very good line out there from Uniov.
Taken by
and they've got a
Uniov.
maul.
I was not calling that one. Completely wrong by me there. Uniov setting themselves up for a big maul here, but that's been pulled back by the referee.
And that is a Uniov penalty, and it's been kicked out by number 21, Hayley Everett.
And that is right on the try line.
Right on the try line for another Uniov line out, and they could really capitalise on this and potentially score a try and reduce that deficit.
Exactly, one big carry here and that could be another try, and that will give Uniov some of the respect that they absolutely deserve in this game for playing as well as they have.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that there hasn't been more tries in this game. There have been opportunities for both sides to score more tries, not just Uniov, but equally Hallam.
I think Uniov, they do deserve another try. One try just isn't enough. Just 5 minutes remaining in this game. Uniov looking for their second try of the game to make the scoreline perhaps more fitting with the way the game has gone. And that looks like it's been taken by Hallam. No, Uniov have got the ball there. And again, they've shown their ability to carry.
And that is another Uniov penalty there.
And they've shown their ability to carry off these penalties. You would hope they can make the most of this.
I think they're going to go for it. They're going to carry it in, perhaps. Yeah.
Big carry here.
Big
could
carry
result.
there from the number 4.
That's what you would have hoped for from the number 4. And Uniov looking to try and get that ball shipped out wide, but that line speed from Hallam impressive once again. The line speed from both sides today has been absolutely
unlucky there, but I think it's gone backwards there off the number 18. Oh no, it has. It's gone forward. It's gone forwards.
That's a shame. Uniov.
That is a shame.
So close to the try line here. They could have just got that second try there.
That is going to be a Hallam scrum. But you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Uniov have been
solid in the scrum and could potentially turn it over here. And I think, you know, that desire to score another try might carry them through.
Absolutely. Setting themselves up for a very big scrum here, both sides. Possibly the last scrum of the game. Hallam moving that out wide.
And they're going to kick it. That's the number 10.
And Uniov
it's gone
chasing
far.
there.
into the Uniov half and chasing, and it's gone out into touch there, so that'll be a Uniov line out in their own half. Very good kick by the Hallam number 10 there, Evie Smith. She has had a good game this game. I think she's been vital, like tactically, in providing good runs and also kicking from the back and kicking for yards and, you know, keeping Uniov at bay and keeping them away from the try line.
Hallam supporters there getting pushed back by the lines lady who's told them, stay off my line, please. Uniov setting themselves up for a big throw here.
Yeah, looks like Gemma Upton has also come off, and we've had a replacement. We've got number 23, Jackie Harrington.
And possibly Ellie Williams' last line out of the game. She has done absolutely excellently in the line out today. She's thrown some very, very good balls in there.
Very good, very solid line out there from Uniov.
And Uniov looking to use their backs here, who have been impressive all game.
We've also got number 19 on Rosie Davidson as well.
Parrying straight down the middle. Big kick there.
Big kick there from number 21, Hayley Everett.
That's bounced
and that's
very
bounced in Uniov's favour, and that's number 13, Lucy Davies.
Lucy Davies has been very quietly going about her business today and doing everything excellently. Freya Digby there carrying very, very well. That's her second carry in as many minutes, and that is excellent work by her. Another big carry by the Uniov forwards, but Hallam hold them up very well. They're not relenting this late on in the game. And
unfortunate there, but nicely recovered there from number 13, Lucy Davies.
Another good play by Lucy Davies there to recover. And it would be so easy for Hallam at this very late stage in the game, with just a minute or so remaining, to just let that pressure go and just let Hallam and let Uniov straight through. But they don't want to give up any points at this late stage in the game.
Has been knocked on there.
Absolutely.
Again, I believe from Hallam.
That is looking to be...
And that is a Uniov scrum there.
And again, this is probably the last scrum of the game that we'll see, and you would hope they could make the most of this now. They've shown how strong they can be in the scrum all game. They've got some very, very big forwards. They've got some fresh players in the front row. You would hope they could put on a big push here and potentially just go for that last try.
And it's come out and it's been taken there. Some strong working over there by Uniov.
Uniov setting themselves up here.
Good ball out.
Perhaps
really nice there from number 21, Hayley Everett. A nice carried in from Katie Stretfield.
Absolutely. And Hallam have batted an unfortunate
good counter working there from Hallam.
And it's been those carries and there's been those rucks that have just made the difference for Hallam.
Uniov trying to hold her up there to force them all.
Absolutely. They want to make the most of it, so they've got some big forwards. If they can force them all, and that goes very much in their favour.
And she's on her knees, that's a tackle there.
Hallam trying to get that ball quickly, go for the big carry.
Bit of confusion there amongst the players.
Uniov trying to take them back into touch, but no dice this time. Hallam number 9 setting up for a big carry.
Number 7 again with a big carry there.
Amy Battle for me has been the player of the game. She has been in every single carry, so hard working, such a big carrier.
Has been turned over there by Uniov.
They're going to try and push their way back into the Hallam half, make the most of this ball. Hallam trying to hold up Uniov and force their own maul. Uniov are having absolutely none of it.
It looks like there's an injury there. Oh, that is unfortunate there. But they're going to play on. Uniov playing on. Excellent run by number 22, Katie Stretfield
trying to find a way through. That is some impressive lateral running there.
Get some. And Uniov there quick to ruck over.
And that's.
But I think it has been.
We've got another injury here.
A penalty there.
Hallam number 14, Ellie Richards, has gone down, and that it really is unfortunate. It doesn't appear the referee's pulled it back. With my incredibly limited medical knowledge, that looks like a potentially dislocated shoulder.
I don't know, the ground is pretty hard today. It is such a sunny day, it's not exactly ideal conditions for rugby, and we've had a fair few injuries, which is really unfortunate to see. But it slows the game down.
It does. The backs will have been enjoying that firm ground for a bit of running, but the forwards won't be enjoying going down in conditions like this. And you can see that players on both sides are exhausted at this point. As much as they don't want this game to end, they've given absolutely everything they've got. We've seen so many substitutes used because players have given absolutely everything. You can see the Hallam fans celebrating down there. It appears that the game is very much won by Hallam at this point, but Uniov are nonetheless playing for every bit of pride that they've got.
Hallam players there really going for it. I think they, thinking that they won, you know, pretty confident they've won the game at this stage, to be honest with you.
The Hallam number 9 there, Lucy Kilheeney, just telling her players, focus. The game is still going on. We've got a player down, you know. Celebrate after the game, not during it.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as anything, out of respect to the opposition, who have played so well and they've given everything.
They've really given them a good game, and I honestly think, you know, Hallam have made some excellent breakthroughs, and I think that is where the points have come from. Because exactly, if you look at the way both teams have played, you can look back and think, do you know what, there was no one team that, you know, played harder and played better and were more attacking, because both teams have been absolutely ferocious in this game, and it's been excellent to watch.
It's just been examples of times when Uniov have been taken down, Hallam have broken through in their examples of that, and that's all that's made the difference, really. Hallam have just broken through a few more times.
Uniov not giving up here, ready to put big hits on Hallam after this penalty. And there we go,
Amy Battle again with an enormous carry there. She has worked so hard today.
Another big forward carry. Number 6 there, steppy as she is, Brown Hall, and she's broken the line.
Again, she's managed to find her way through. Such a clever runner. One of those players that always seems to find space that no one else can find, and that's an intangible skill.
It really is, especially don't normally see it with forwards.
No, you see backs who can just find that space, but a forward.
And that is a really good line there from number 12.
Absolutely.
And a good offload as well
looking
to
for
the
one
Hallam
last
number
try.
13.
They can smell blood. Robin McLaren, who scored the first try and started this all off. She's been one of my players of the game as well. She's worked so hard in the carries. She's always been there, always trying to run the ball and look for people outside her. She's got another player down. It looks like a Uniov player.
That is, I believe, Uniov number 13. But they're not stopping play. Hallam have got the ball in possession. Got physio coming on there. And Hallam have scored another try there.
That's a shame.
Well, with the player down injured as well, you know, that is really, really unfortunate. And
that brings the score to 34-5. Have I done my maths entirely wrong there?
34-5 is indeed very unfortunate there. You know, Uniov, not just a player down, 2 players down there.
And unfortunately,
you know, and have conceded a try, and obviously, you know, with Hallam in possession of the ball, they're not going to stop there. They're just going to go for it, aren't they, you know?
Yeah. And when you're camped out on the try line, you do need those numbers there to hold players up. And with 2 people down, that will have made the difference. You would imagine this may well be the last kick of the game.
Yeah, it will be.
Very, very, very far out here on the left side. You'd imagine this may be a bit of a... And no, but
that miss, and that is time. And the game ends 34-5 to Hallam.
And Hallam players are celebrating here. And they have performed very, very admirably, it has to be said.
But yeah, very solid game from Hallam, you know. They've made some excellent breakthroughs there with their backs and their forwards equally, and it's been a really good game to watch, really good game of attacking rugby. And it's really unfortunate to see Uniov not score as many tries as they would have liked, and what they deserved, really.
Absolutely.
You know, but still an excellent display of rugby.
Absolutely, and Uniov have given absolutely everything they've got this game. Both teams can go away with pride, irrelevant of a result. But Hallam, they've just been more decisive in the runs. They've broken through a couple more times.
Yeah.
But no, both teams have performed very, very well here.
Definitely.
I think, speaking personally, my player of the game is probably going to be, I'm going to say number 7, Amy Battle. Every carry that's been decisive seems to have been hers.
Yeah, I agree. She has been absolutely solid. You know, for a forward that could run that well, that can really them with that much strength. And I'd say, gotta say as well, Robin McLaren.
Absolutely.
At number 13.
We're going to take you pitch side now to see what they're saying. But thank you so much for tuning in with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to present this game for you.
Cheers, guys.
And that is it for the Women's Wands Rugby Union. Guys, what do you think of the final score?
It's a disappointing score for Uniov, but at the end of the day, someone's got to win the varsity point, and Hallam were really strong on the basics. They played some really great rugby, and I think they deserve the win.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Hallam were the better team that played today. I think they just had a lot more conviction in everything that they did.
Obviously, there was a lot more tries in that second half. What do you think changed between the first and the second?
I think, unfortunately, Uniov team, don't want to say gave up a bit, but they were a bit weaker, and Hallam just kept pushing, and at the end of the day, they just kept winning those points.
Yeah, I think, again, I'd agree. I think the first try was kind of the deciding moment in the game, and I think it kind of decided where it was going to go, because Uniov had to fight back, whereas Hallam kind of were riding on the high of winning it. And then I think it just started to crumble for Uniov, and they just started to lose confidence in themselves, I think. Yeah,
it's a big part of rugby is the mental aspect, and if you lose self-confidence, then you don't want to go for that tackle, or you take a step back, you don't go in for it, and I think unfortunately Uniov just stepped back a bit, really.
And what do you think Uniov will do different for next year to try and get that win?
I think they're going to have to come to it with a stronger mind and not underestimate Hallam. Next year, of course, we'll be playing Hallam because they'll be in the same Bucks League, so the teams will know each other a bit better, which has pros and cons playing a team before. This season we haven't played Hallam at all in the Bucks League, so I suppose that is a big difference in the league this year.
Okay, and going back onto the Bucks League, how do you think this match is compared to other performances that both teams have seen?
I think the weather's definitely been better, and I think the girls have really tried, and there's a lot more pressure on Varsity, you have to say. They play matches week in, week out on a Wednesday, but Varsity is the one that everyone's thinking about throughout the year, so the mental pressure is a lot more on this Wednesday.
Compared to other rugby matches that you've seen, what do you think? How do you think it's gone?
I think it was a really good match. I think they both played very well. I think it was just, when it came to Uniov, they just kind of, we were saying they were waiting for the tackles to come to them and not going to the tackles, whereas Hallam were just on it all the time. You know, they weren't waiting for anything to happen, they were going to make it happen.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to try and bring one of the Hallam players over now. Hi. Could you tell us your name, please?
Hi, sorry, pardon?
Could you tell us your name, please?
Oh, it's Eleanor.
Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor. How do you feel?
Great. It's such a nice feeling. It's like my fourth varsity now, and then we've won, lost and drawn the past 3.
Wow.
So it's good to end on like a high.
How do you think this match compared to last year's match? What really won it for you this year?
Honestly, the team has just put in the effort from like the beginning, like all year. They've been working hard instead of like, oh, it's February, varsity's in a couple of months, best do something about it like before Christmas. They were just solidly working so hard, and we've had some really, really, really great freshers this year. Like, it's all them, they're so good.
Were there any standout players for you at all?
Yes. Nah, all of them, honestly, they're so sound. But we've had like a couple of third years that have joined just rugby this year to give it a go, and they've come like from other sports, so they're already like really athletic and they're just taken to it really, really well. I couldn't have asked for a better team, they're solid.
Awesome, amazing. So how do you think you're going to carry on this success for next year?
Sorry?
How do you think you're going to carry on the success for next year?
So, captain, so this is my final year, so I know the vice captain's taken over Robin, and she's going to be incredible, and we've got everyone going into like second and third years. I know they're going to hold the standard. They're really, really like committed players, and they're just like great to be around.
Awesome. So this is obviously your last varsity then, after 4 varsities, was that?
4
varsities.
4.
Which one has been the highlight for you?
This one massively, because this is the one I got to captain. this is like our final one that we've won. So this has definitely been my favourite. Like, it's amazing weather. Last year it was raining and they were like, what didn't like, not many people wanted to come out and watch. Like, fair enough. But yeah, everything just comes together for today.
Awesome, amazing. And which aspect of the game do you think you played most strongly in to kind of get you that win?
I think our defence, even though we didn't have to do it very often, when we were defending, we were right on the line and they just didn't get up, like, tries to get and pass. And then we had possession for like most of the game. So we were just tiring them out over and over, which I know helps a lot.
Amazing. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
and go and celebrate. No worries whatsoever. Okay, I think we are going to try and get a uni of team. But in the meantime, have you guys got anything else to say about the match?
I think there were some real standout players from both teams and some girls that when around you everyone else is sort of giving up, like the number 6 from Uni of, I'd really like to give a shout out to her, Temi. We were talking about her when we were watching from the balcony. She kept going, making breaks, and we have this thing in our team which is about if you're going to be tackled, pretending that you're not going to be tackled so you don't stop, you just keep on going, your legs keep pounding, and she, I think, really channeled that today. So I'd like to give a shout out to her, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd agree. She was definitely a standout player for me, but I think I'd definitely say that Hallam's attacking team were very strong and they kept finding ways to just make ground and run and keep going. And, you know, they got quite a few tries where they just kept running and they didn't let anyone stop them.
I think that's really interesting, actually. And I think, as you were saying, rugby is very much a mental game.
Yeah.
Are there any other little tricks that you know of that kind of maybe pushed Hallam through in a way that it didn't for Uni of today?
I think they all seem to have a pretty good handoff on them when you push away from the tackle and you just don't accept that someone's going to put you on the ground, and they just carried on going and kept on running, and they were, I think, a bit cheeky and cocky about it at times. They were just like, you know what, you're not going to get me to the floor, and that worked for them, it really did. And as their captain was saying, they ran Uni of down, they tied them out, they put the pressure on them and they kept the ball.
Yeah, I definitely say that they kept Uni of on their toes, and I think, you know, as she said, they had possession most of the time, which again, I think for a rugby player that's quite difficult if you're not getting possession and you can't see yourself, you know, you can't get the turnover, you can't get any of that. It really struggles and it kind of gets in your head that, because you can't do anything when you don't have the ball.
Yeah.
And I think what I will say is the sportsmanship today has been absolutely excellent. If we could take a look over here, each opposition is stood arm in arm, and I think that really kind of, it shows what Varsity is really meant to be. How do you think this kind of could be, you know, taken through for the other events?
Like rugby for a sport for girls is such a one where you have to support each other and you have to find, it's all about inclusion. A lot of people try it and then kind of give it up, or they say, oh, I'd love to have tried rugby, and it's all about inclusion and supporting each other. And we like train together sometimes with Hallam as development, and so it's all about taking it together. And for Varsity, it's like wider, just supporting each other. At the end of the day, we all just want to have a good day in the sun and enjoy some sport.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think, you know, Varsity's great and it's Uni of versus Hallam, but at the end of the day, it's just a sports match. And I think, you know, the sportsmanship, if someone was injured and they had to go off, they were all applauding. It wasn't, you know, like, get her off.
Yeah.
And it was very sort of, you know, there was no hostility, which I know there can be quite a lot in rugby because of its nature, but also just in Varsity in general, it can get quite hostile.
Yeah, definitely. We've had the rugby does turn aggressive, even for women sometimes, and somewhat punches are thrown sometimes, so I've been really happy that the Varsity match has been nice, clean, and they've all just been very respectful of each other, which at the end of the day is one of the most important things when you're playing sport.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, women's rugby is actually known for being one of the most inclusive sports. It is a case that the development teams train with the twos, they train with the ones, and they are very close-knit, possibly even more so than a lot of the big teams at uni. Do you think that has a big impact on the play that you actually see out on the field?
I think so, because I think, so for example, I'd never picked up a rugby ball before I came to university, and so just having that atmosphere where, like, if you've never picked up a rugby ball, you can still play, and it affects the team because people see how far they've come every day, every training session. They look back, and when the new freshers join, they were like, oh, I was like that once, and now they see how good they are.
Perfect. And here we have Ellie Williams, the Uni of captain. Ellie, how do you feel?
I just feel really proud today. I think that everyone put their absolute all into it. It was a really hard game, really hard fought by both teams. The weather is hot. It's a real struggle, and with something as physical as rugby, it's a really hard one to play in such heat. I think every single person out there put everything into it, and that's all we can really ask. And I think we're just going to build and build from here, and we're just looking really good for next year. So I'm excited.
Perfect, and that's obviously great. And it was an extremely great match. It was great to watch. How was it out there for you mentally? How was it to play?
Mentally, it was tough because with every sort of setback, it's easy to get your head down. And I think actually we've got a lot better at not losing all that kind of faith in ourselves. We worked quite bad for that at the beginning of the season. I think it just shows that we've been able to come back at that, because in this game, every setback we then hit back at them, and which made for a really good game. So yeah, I love that.
Perfect. And I think, what would you do next year to kind of try and get that win? What would you do next for next year's Varsity?
I think we need to work on our physicality. They were really aggressive when they wanted to be, and we just didn't meet that at points. So I think just getting more aggressive. We're too nice sometimes, and that's something that we're always trying to work on. So definitely that.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much, Ellie. That's been great talking to you, and go and celebrate and have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I think we're going to have to leave it there for today's live stream. We are back again at just before 6 o'clock for the men's rugby union ones here today, still at Hallam Sports Park, ready for the rest of the day. So from everyone here at Forge, thank you and see you later on.